The United States military fired 30 Tomahawk missiles and dropped 14 massive ordnance penetrators on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities. But there is evidence the strikes may not have completely obliterated all of Iran's nuclear program, as the White House initially claimed. Satellite imagery from Maxar Technologies shows in the days leading up to the strikes, there were at least 16 large trucks parked outside the entrance of the underground Fordo nuclear enrichment facility. It's not entirely clear what was in the trucks or if anything was removed from Fordo, but an expert on Iran's nuclear program says Iran has hundreds, if not thousands, of hidden sites around the country, and some of the centrifuges or materials at Fordo could have been moved there. Seema Shine was the head of research and evaluation for Israel's Mossad. She's also a senior researcher at the Institute for National Security Studies. In an interview with The Telegraph, she said Iran likely still has all the necessary tools to make a nuclear weapon, including working centrifuges and some partially enriched uranium. The International Atomic Energy Agency says Iran moved around 880 pounds of 60% enriched uranium out of the Isfahan facility before it was bombed by the United States. And no one in the West knows exactly where that material is right now. The days leading up to the strikes, President Trump made several social media posts about the ability of the United States to destroy the nuclear sites, which some analysts say telegraphed the US's next move, and likely motivated the Iranians to try and get what they could out of those 3 nuclear facilities before the bombs dropped. In an interview with ABC News the day after the strikes, Vice President J.D. Vance seemed to allude to the missing uranium, contradicting President Trump's statements about all nuclear stockpiles being destroyed.
Iran had 900 pounds of highly enriched uranium. Do we know what has become of that? Was it destroyed in this attack? Do we know? That's a big stockpile.
We're going to work in the coming weeks. Yeah, John, we're going to work in the coming weeks to ensure that we do something with that fuel, and that's one of the things that we're going to have conversations with the Iranians about.
The vice president reiterated Iran no longer has the ability to turn that enriched uranium into weapons-grade material. However, there is still no confirmation the underground facilities at Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan were completely destroyed, and there likely won't be until either the Israelis or inspectors from the IAEA can get inside to see for themselves. That 880 pounds of missing fissile material is enough to make around 9 or 10 nuclear weapons. And if it truly is the last of the Iranian regime's nuclear material, it represents one of the regime's largest remaining bargaining chips as well. As of publication, the tenuous ceasefire between Israel and Iran seems to be holding. Now the question is, will it last long enough for the US and Israel to convince Iran to hand over the last remaining pieces of its nuclear program? For more reporting like this, download the Straight Arrow News app today.